I just want to welcome everyone. We're on a trolley tour around the city of Allston, where we're going to be visiting businesses in different neighborhoods, a total of 12, to be able to give out awards and Business of the Year and Volunteer of the Year for our Main Streets program. In the past, we've done it in one location. This year, we're taking out to the neighborhoods. We're excited about it. Small businesses are such a big part of our city, a big part of our economy, a big part of our workforce base here, and a big part of our neighborhood. So hope you enjoy what you see here, and make sure you go out and support our small businesses.
Everybody, how are we doing? I'll keep it short and sweet since a lot of us are standing in the sun. My name is Liz Sullivan. I'm the Executive Director of Brighton Main Streets, and we're hosting today. Thank you. I'm co-hosting with my dear friend Emma Walsh, the Executive Director of Allston Village Main Streets. Thank you. And Warren as well. And I want to just give a shout out to Emma and Warren, who have really onboarded me and mentored me, because I've only been in this role a couple of months. So thank you guys. And I'd also like to say hello to Kevin Honan, our state rep, and Mark Siomo is here as well, our city councilor. Thank you so much for all you do for Allston and Brighton. And it's really special for me to be here today in front of Daniel's Bakery because Wanda actually made my wedding cake 8 years ago. So it's very, very meaningful. So I'd also like to just thank our mayor, and as much as he cares about Brighton and Allston, he really also cares about our main streets, he cares about our small business, and he really puts funding behind that. We could not do what we do without Mayor Walsh and the Boston Main Streets program. Most of our funding, much of our funding comes from that. And so all the concerts and the farmers markets and the Taste of Allston, all of that you see, all the exciting buzz on our main streets is all due to that. So with that, I would like to introduce our mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz. See, I wanted one of those. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Liz. Let me just start by thanking Liz and Emma and everyone at Main Streets. I know the sun, you're getting hit by the sun. It's nice and it's beautiful under the awning. Let me just take real quick what we're doing here today. Over the years, what we've done with Main Streets and celebrations, we've awarded the Volunteer of the Year Award, and we've awarded the Business of the Year Award, and we've had a different celebration in a hall, and everyone brings their support, and there are people out there to support them and clap for the different Main Streets. And this year we had a different idea of coming out to the neighborhoods and actually presenting in the neighborhoods so that people can actually come and kind of be curious about what's going on. These stores, these bakeries, and these shops that are here and all over the city of Allston are the lifeline in a lot of neighborhoods. When you think about a neighborhood, it's the community, it's the people that live there, but it's also the shops. Where I grew up, we had a grocery store down the street that had 2 aisles in it. We did all the shopping there. We had a CVS, we had a pharmacy back in the day. We had a corner store. We did a lot of shopping in the local neighborhoods, and that really helped build the character of a community. And what we're trying to do at Main Streets is help continue to build that character of the community. And Brighton Main Streets and Allston Village Main Streets certainly are 2 strong Main Streets in the city of Boston. So I want to thank all of the folks here that are involved in both of those Main Streets, the boards of directors and all the folks that are supporting them. So first of all, congratulations to you. The first honor I get to do is Brighton Main Streets, the Business of the Year Award goes to Daniel's Bakery, and you can just see when you walk by why. A fixture here for over 40 years, supports Main Streets, donates coffees and baked goods to different organizations, supports the community fundraising, certainly worked on the city's vision, retail vision project, and you know, these are the businesses that are the sponsors of our little leagues. These are the businesses that support our hockey and soccer leagues. These are the businesses that our schools come to. These are the businesses. We have these big box stores that come in and they might give a donation once in a while, but these stores are on the backs of people's shirts. So I want to congratulate your family for being here and for what you've done. On behalf of myself, and Mark Siomo, and Kevin Honan, and Anisha Sabi, congratulations, and I have a plaque somewhere. So. And we'll take one picture, and then we're going to take a picture of the whole big group after. There we go. Lisa, come in here. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. 59.
And the Volunteer of the Year award goes to Beth Gavin. Beth is an active member, also promotes the main streets, deep ties to the community. Just basically, what's important about the Volunteer of the Year award is that these organizations, as Liz said earlier, talked about financial support. There is financial support from the city, but it's not deep money. These main streets are really meant to kind of feed off each other and go out and bring in businesses and corporations to do things. The volunteers are the lifeline and lifeblood of these different organizations. And I want to congratulate and thank Beth, because without volunteers doing what they do, you don't have a great organization. So congratulations. And we can get some pictures after if you want. Emma should come up here too. Come on up, Emma. We're going to do Allston Village Main Streets now. The business of the year is Doug Bacon, Hopewell Bar and Kitchen. And I was looking at Doug when we were talking about Daniel's Bakery. Doug got the memo to wear the suit. I missed the memo, but opened in the spring of 2016, has been a success ever since. Offers upscale pub food, a cozy atmosphere. Certainly has become a popular spot in the neighborhood. Doug also has 2 other businesses in the community, and again, I want to thank Doug because this is a family investment, and supporting him is important, but also him supporting the community with what he does and his family does. So I want to thank you for everything that you've done for the community. I have Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And the Volunteer of the Year award goes to John McCartan. Where's John here? Come on up here, John. A member of probably one of the most important committees, the design committee. His urban planning and arts experience helped increase Allston Village's Main Street Public Art Initiative. Certainly dedicated to the division, and also when you think about what I want to say a little bit here is that's important is when we think about businesses, we don't always think about public art and art. And I think Boston is changing, and we're starting to see more and more people look at public art as part of the community. It's a way to express the neighborhood. It's a way to talk about the city of Boston. So I want to thank you for that as well, because I think it's important for us as we think about the future of our city. We look at it a little differently. So congratulations. And I think I'm done talking. Am I? I'm done. Hey, Steve, want to say anything? Anyone want to say anything? Open mic. If anyone wants to talk or make a speech, please feel free. I want to thank a few people with us. We have Commissioner Billy Evans with us, no stranger in this neighborhood. He was the captain on here for years. Sheila Dillon, Chief of Housing, is with us. Joyce Lenny, Chief of Policy, is with us. Jerome Smith is down there, Chief of Neighborhood Services. I get his title wrong every single time. We're going to take 2 pictures. We're going to have, why don't we get your board up?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Kristen, DJ, and Jean.
We'll get 2 pictures of the 2 main streets. We'll get one first, and then we'll do Allston second.
Can you come up one, two?
Thank you.
Welcome everyone to Roslindale Village. We're so happy to have you on this beautiful Saturday. My name is Rob Orthman. I'm the Vice President of the Board of Roslindale Village Main Streets and Co-Chair of the Economic Development Committee. We're really excited to have you here at this very special location today. Saturday mornings are a particularly special time in Roslindale Village with the farmers market and everything going on, and luckily the weather's held out. Before I turn it over to His Honor Mayor Walsh, I just want to say a few words of thank you. I wanted to recognize the board of Roslindale Village Main Streets are here today. Anthony Giordano and our president and the rest of our board is here. Our executive director, Aaliyah Hamada Forrest, is on a very well-deserved and earned vacation, but she says hello and sends her greetings. And I wanted to especially welcome our friends and neighbors from West Roxbury Main Streets, the executive director, Danielle Joseph, and their board. As well as our friends from Rec Rail Coffee, which is a fantastic coffee shop just down the street, and Pam Barty as well, Volunteer of the Year for West Roxbury. We're especially excited here to have recognize Talia White, our Volunteer of the Year, who is one of the unsung heroes of Roslindale, not only with Main Streets, but also with the with the Roslindale Library. And as well as Village Market, which is celebrating their 20-year anniversary this year and is a cornerstone in our community. So we love Village Market. With that, it was about a month ago that we were with Mayor Walsh at the opening of the Farmers Market for Green Mobility Day. That was a wonderful day, and this is another beautiful day. We are so happy to have the mayor here and to have the support of the mayor and the Office of Economic Development and everyone from the city that's been so supportive of Roslindale Village. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to His Honor, Mayor Martin J. Walsh.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. Let me thank all the crowd for coming out today. What we're doing here today is we're doing something different. In the past, what we've done with our Main Street programs, and we've done Volunteer of the Year and Business of the Year, we've had an event at a hall, or we had an event at the Strand Theater or different places, and we thought it was important to bring it out to the community, bring the events out to the community so people can actually see the buzz going on in the neighborhood. And the Main Streets really are the lifeblood of a lot of our different neighborhoods. And Roslindale Main Street, Village Main Street is just one of the ones that you hear about all the time. You know, it kind of set the bar. 20 years ago when it started, it really converted Rosie Square, or whatever the name of it is now, Rosie Square, Rosie Village. The old time Rosie Square, Rosie Village, the new people. So it's Roslindale, down there, the circle. It really helped transform the community. And then other Main Streets obviously started at the same time, but you can see in different neighborhoods the importance of Main Streets. And we're celebrating two here today in this neighborhood. We're celebrating Roslindale and we're celebrating West Roxbury. And we're celebrating two great businesses and two great volunteers, but it takes a whole village to literally make it happen. So I want to thank everyone who has something to do with the Main Streets. I want to thank all the businesses here for being involved, and I want to encourage people to make sure when you shop, if you go to a mall or you go someplace, just don't forget your neighborhood. Shop in your neighborhood as best you can. Shop at the local store, shop at the local supermarket or the little markets, because these are the folks that when times are tough, they're going to stay here. These are the folks that support the Little Leagues. These are the folks that support the soccer leagues. They support all the different organizations we have, so let's support them back. So again, for Roslindale, I'm honored to, I'm also joined by, City Councilor Anissa Salby George is with us. And Anissa, this is our third day of doing this, and we've hit 9, 10, 11. This is our 11th stop, I believe, for Main Streets. And Anissa's been to every single one. And that's the type of city council she is. She's just all over the city of Boston, cares about every corner of the city. And I want to thank her for being part of this, because it shows a commitment, not just on behalf of the mayor's office, but we did our budget the other day, and in the budget is Main Street funding, and Anissa is a big part of making sure the Main Street gets funding. So thank you, Anissa, for your stuff. So the Business of the Year award is Village Market. I'm going to ask Jimmy and Mike to come up here. It takes great pride in their business. You don't see a local grocery store in a lot of neighborhoods. And I was talking at the last spot in Brighton. In my neighborhood where I grew up, we had two. We had Bond Market, we had Gene and Paul's, that had two aisles. And in those aisles, they had everything you could imagine. And to have a local grocer like this, that's able to be here for such a long period of time, be able to kind of compete with the big boys, but also be such a strong support of the community. It's important for us to recognize them. So I want to congratulate both of you. And I have a citation somewhere, right here. I want to give it to you. Congratulations. Then we'll take a photo. And stay around because we're gonna get the whole board up here for a picture in a second. Okay. And I also want to bring up Talia White now, volunteer of the year. These are my notes. Seems quiet, but a force to be reckoned with. A marketer, web designer, creative thinker, valuable volunteer, led the design and implementation of the new Main Street websites. Also, Friends of Roslindale Library. Thank you, Friends of Roslindale Library. What's important about volunteers, particularly in an organization like Main Streets, is that there's not a lot of money. The money that's in Main Streets comes from some of the businesses, some money from the city of Boston, but for the most part, it's a volunteer organization. And you see some incredible creativity, and out of Roslindale Village, you see some great creativity. And this young woman next to me is part of that. I want to thank you for your involvement in making sure it's such a great organization and a strong, thriving business district. Thank you. Perfect, thank you. Now I want to ask everyone from Roslindale Village, Main Street, to come on up here so we can take a picture. Robert and the board. And everyone on the board? And then Danielle, we're going to bring you up. We'll do West Roxbury after.
Everyone in? Squeeze on in.
Great. Here we go. Thank you.
And just for the record, one of the best restaurants in Boston, Delfino's, right behind me. So there's a lot of great restaurants, but yeah, but I kind of have a little special place in my heart for that one. I had it before I was the mayor. Actually, a quick story: the night of 2 nights before the mayor's race in November of 2013. The plan was for me to go out to dinner somewhere to see how we're going to do. So I came over to Roslindale, and I went to Delfino's, and I was in there that night. And this was the Sunday before the Tuesday election. And I walked out of the restaurant. I turned to Laura. I said, "We're going to win Tuesday." I said, "You just feel it because the people that were in the restaurant from West Roxbury and from Roslindale and Hyde Park, and the response is great." So I do have that in my head because of that. So thank you. West Roxbury and Main Street. As well, an organization that's working hard, and Danielle's working hard, and the board's working hard, and I think Katie Hammer's still on the board, so I'm going to give Katie Hammer a shout out. She was on the board at one point, from my office, who our budget director. So thank you, Katie, and all the board members. I want to thank Danielle as well for the great work that she's doing there, and really every time you drive down Center Street, you're seeing a new restaurant come up. You're seeing businesses come up. You're seeing storefronts being done over. They're just doing an absolutely incredible job of revitalizing, quite honestly, Center Street in West Roxbury. So thank you for what you're doing. I mean, it looks great. The first award is to a small company, a coffee company, that just opened a lavish shop in City Hall downstairs, Rico Coffee, and Miriam is here. Come on up here. And Hector's here. Sorry, Hector. And we have a stand at the farmer's market around the corner so you can buy the coffee. The coffee's from the family farm in Nicaragua. They participate in all local events. The cafe is a gathering spot in West Roxbury, but they just opened a shop now. When you go into City Hall Plaza, City Hall, when you walk in the front door, you'll see the security, and right to the left of that is a coffee shop. These guys are there. We're excited about it. The reviews in a very short period of time have been spectacular. People are talking and raving about your coffee, so congratulations, and congratulations on this recognition today. We're going to take a picture of the board. And the volunteer of the year is Pamela Barati. Is it right? Pamela Barati. Come on, Pamela. Lifelong member of the neighborhood, joined the district as a business owner in 2014. always giving back to the community. Amazing work on the West Roxbury Spring and Fall Festivals. Serves on the Economic Development Committee, focused on enhancing the business district. And as I said earlier, you know, the strength behind any great organization is the volunteers. It's not the people that necessarily, no offense, they get paid all the time, but it could be because we depend so much on the volunteers. And I want to thank you for that, and congratulations. And then we'll take this picture, and then we're going to ask all the members to come up. Any board members, West Roxbury Main Streets, come on up front here so we can get one big photo. You're not on the board anymore? I gave you a shot anyway.
Do we need Jack in here too? Jack! Let's get Jack in here too.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
You want to say a couple words?
Hi everyone, thank you so much. We're just so happy to have the mayor here today and to have all of you celebrating our local businesses. Shopping local is so important to our communities. We have some great places here in Roslindale and in West Roxbury, so we appreciate you shopping local, going to our local bakeries such as Donna's Cakes, going to Ria's Cafe, going to Recreo, and also if you have time today, we'd love you to check out the Farmers Market in Roslindale. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Wesley Thomas. I'm a Hyde Park board member and Main Street. I'm also a small business owner. I own Pure Joy Flowers right down the street, 84 Fairmont. Today I would like to thank the mayor for coming out to Hyde Park on this very hot day. Thank you, Mayor. And I'm going to pass it over to the mayor.
Thank you, Wesley. Thank you. It's great to be here today. And what we're doing is we're celebrating Main Street Businesses of the Year and Volunteers of the Year. And in the past, what we've done is we've gone to a hall and people have come, everyone's brought their support. And what we try to do a little different this year is bring Main Street's, this business, to the community to try and promote the importance of shopping at your local businesses. And really, when you think about it, whether it's the florist or the food or the restaurant, these businesses are the lifeblood of a community. And when you see the Main Street kind of going down, you hear a lot of complaints about the neighborhood. When you see the Main Streets come back strong, you hear a lot of positives about the neighborhood. So it's great to be here today. It's great to see so many people. We have people from all over the city of Boston with us today, but I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank City Councilor Anisha Sabi George, who's here, who is a big supporter of Main Streets. She's a small business owner in Dorchester. She opened up a shop in a neighborhood that didn't have a lot of businesses, and when they did it, it revitalized kind of a little corner of Dorchester Avenue and Columbia Road that they opened their shop in, and she's been a big supporter of businesses, not just since then, but since being on the City Council. I also want to introduce and thank him for coming, the former City Councilor, Registrar of Deeds, Steve Murphy. And I want to thank Captain Gillespie, who's here. Thank you, Captain, for your great support. So we're here today to celebrate businesses. And the first one is the Business of the Year Award. What we're going to do is we're going to invite the businesses. We'll come up, take a photo, and then we're going to ask all the folks from the Hyde Park Main Streets board to come on up here as well. I also want to give Richie Paris from the firefighters is here. Thank you, Richie. The first winner is Roncon Carabino. I know I didn't say it quietly. Come up here, Pedro. This
restaurant is a staple in the Hyde Park community. It's been an incredible member since it opened in 2008, and it's hosting dozens of neighborhood functions, catering, and you know, these are the businesses that are the lifeline. When you see, especially a family business, you see them coming in. So I want to thank you. Let's get a photo here. And
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you, sir. And the volunteer of the year is Rachel Chisholm. Is Rachel? Come up here, Rachel. Branch manager for Blue Hill Bank. She's the treasurer of the Hyde Park Main Streets Board, serves on the board, but also the YMCA Gala, and is also on countless other volunteer organizations. But I want to thank her because, as I said earlier today, the businesses and the associations are only as strong as your volunteers. And your volunteers don't get paid, and they are the lifeline of different organizations. So congratulations and thank you. And I want to ask Pedro to come back, and any board members from Hyde Park Main Street, come on up here.
I think it's just
Thank you, everybody. Now make sure before you go home, guys, go shopping.
Thank you so much for coming out to Mattapan. What a great looking crowd, a great community coming out to celebrate our 21st annual Boston Main Streets Award Ceremony. Let me give yourselves a round of applause. This is great. You guys are coming out to celebrate with us. Today is Mayor on Main. I think we're the last stop. This is fantastic. They saved the best for last. Absolutely. Mattapan. So this is Mayor on Main all day. And so I'm Tina Patigny. I'm the Executive Director of Mattapan Square Main Streets. And so I just want to welcome you here today. Thank you for coming out to celebrate. And with no further ado, we want to get this started. We've got some great folks to celebrate today. Our Volunteer of the Year and our Business of the Year through our Boston Main Streets here in Mattapan. So no further ado, our mayor of this great city, Martin J. Walsh.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you very much. I want to thank Tina, and I want to thank Mattapan Main Streets for the great work they do. There's a lot of great life happening in Mattapan, a lot of great rejuvenation with the elected officials helping, and the community helping, and the police department helping, and all of us helping. There's some great things here, so I want to just thank you all. What we're doing with this event is we're bringing this event to the neighborhood. In the past, it's been in the hall, but we want to bring it out to the community. So I want to give a couple thank you to a few people. I want to thank City Councilor Anissa Sabi George is with us. I want to thank State Representative Danny Cullinane. I want to thank Don Case of the Mattapan Patriots. Captain Hussein, our friend from B3. And everyone for coming out. Now, this year, the Business of the Year award is this supermarket behind me, America's Food Basket. But let me just tell you one story. I was talking to Kay, who's a board member, and Kay told me that in 1978, when the blizzard of '78 was hitting this neighborhood and hitting all of Boston and Massachusetts, where we got pounded into the ground, many businesses were closed for weeks, for days. Most supermarkets were all closed. This supermarket stayed open for the community. So from that point till now, it's been great to see this service to our neighborhood. So I want to congratulate America's Food Basket for the great work you do. I want Allston, I think Allston's coming up here with me. They've been supporting
It was a restaurant, actually. It was a supermarket before this. I know that. But still, we're going to say the building itself. All right. But this building, when opened in 2013, been a strong supporter of the Main Streets, dedicated to supporting community organizations, been part of the Thanksgiving Turkey Drive, working with the Mattapan community, and I just want to thank them and the sponsorship for so many of our leagues. So congratulations to America's Food Basket. Come on, Lisa. And we're also joined by Sheriff Steve Tompkins. Come here.
Thank you.
And I'm going to ask all the board to come up for a photo after we do the next award. And the next one is probably the most important award you can give to an organization, and that's Volunteer of the Year Award. And Jancia Castro, is she here? Jasenia, where are you? Get up here, Jasenia. I took a picture with Jasenia and her sister a minute ago. It's her mother, but it looks like her sister. So I want to just, I want to thank, just a couple of quick things. Always brings energy and excitement to everything she does. Donates raffle and auction items in her jewelry business during the event. Helped MS raise hundreds of dollars. But I'll tell you, what's important to an organization is the volunteer base. And you don't have a strong organization, and you certainly don't have a strong Main Streets if you don't have a strong board and a strong base of that board. So we want to thank you for all your work here for Mattapan Main Streets. All right? Now I want to ask Tina and all the board members, please come on up here. We want to get everyone in here for this picture. And thank you. Have a nice round of applause for the board, Mattapan Main Street Board. All right, let me give this microphone back to somebody.
Thank you.
So, community, this concludes the program here in Mattapan Square for our Main Streets Award ceremony, but it does not conclude the fact that you should go in and shop right now in America's Food Basket. Go grab some fruit, go grab something to drink, shop small, shop local, go in and celebrate your the awardee today. So make sure you go in and grab something. Oh, the Small Business Center, yes. Woo! Mattapan launched the Small Business Center. We had our second event this past Tuesday. Make sure you stay abreast of information that we send out around every Tuesday and sometimes a Thursday. Next Thursday at the Mattapan Library. Come out, learn everything about entrepreneurism and about starting your own business, and if you have your own business already. So make sure you come out to the library, 5:30, 6 o'clock. All right, so make sure, go inside. America's Food Basket's waiting for you. Fresh fruit, and go buy. Shop, shop, shop small. Thank you.